Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and I'm here to talk about Kneel Before ZOD #2. Um, this book is by Joe Casey. He is the writer, and Joe Casey is no stranger to Superman. He has, I believe, if I'm not wrong, that he has written Superman before, and he's a veteran. He has written DC books before. So he's the writer, Joe Casey, artist Dan McDade, colors by David Barron, Tony Peteri on letters, and the different artists on the covers and stuff. I was very excited when this book came out. I like Zod. He is a Superman, bad guy, villain, and I'm all for him having his own miniseries. And from what I understand, this is a miniseries. It's called Near Before Zod. Um, I was enjoying the book. I was enjoying it very much until this very issue, and I'll explain why. Let me break it down. Let me review it a little bit. And I don't know if you guys know this, but currently comic books, most comic books, especially the big two companies, Marvel Comics and DC Comics, there is some kind of, they've been infiltrated by activist people with very weird ideologies, woke agendas, and such. And I'm not gonna get into it too much, but I'm thinking one of the main things that one of the main mandates that they are going for nowadays is to undermine every male traditional character they can. And as you can imagine, that's gonna include just about every major male superhero or supervillain that DC Comics and Marvel Comics have. Because most of them are males, most of them are white, most of them are masculine, and they are, according to them, these are not my words, according to them, full of toxic masculinity. So there's a war going on against that, the very concept of masculine, dominant male leads. And Kneel Before Zod is a book that when I read the first issue, I was very pleased with it. Zod is very much, he has his own planet. He rescued his family. And in the first issue, his son rebels against him, and Zod banishes him. And that served as a his purposes, because his son just a book was launched with him and Sinestro's son on a different title, so it served its purpose. And but as it turns out, if we go into the story here, the Khans, which is a warrior-like barbaric race of aliens, think um, yeah, they're warriors. They're a warrior race, and they're very barbaric, but at the same time they are technologically adept, and they love war. And there's a war that they're having against Zod and his planet. And Zod captured one of them, one of their leaders, in the first issue. So let's walk it through. They have this leader, and they're interrogating him, Zod and Ursa. Ursa is Zod's wife. And as you can see, they're torturing him, and Ursa steps forward, and he lets this warrior guy know that he's never known pain. Khans usually brag about, knowing pain and resisting pain and and stuff like this. So Ursa starts torturing him, and as you can see over here, the art. I love the art chores, the art duties. Um, yes, I think that Mr. McDade is doing a great job. He has a very loose style, a very Jack Kirby-ish style that I love. So on the art duties, this looks great, and I was enjoying the book. Let me tell you, man, I was enjoying the book. Zod is being a badass. He has his own planet. He's building an army. This book feels uh, very classic. I love space stories with that explore the DC universe. This book reminds me of books like, that Keith Giffen did back in the 90s, like Legion 91, and books like this, that where you could see um, characters like Captain Comet and the cons and the dominators and books like the miniseries Invasion and stuff. There's that feel. This book has that feel, and I love it. I love the cons. I think they're a great race of alien characters that are severely underused nowadays by DC Comics, and Joe Casey is, he's bringing back these characters and he's using them very well. Joe Casey is very capable. He knows how to write comic books. He knows, how to pace things. But yeah, and I think you can sense the but coming. That mandate I spoke about at the beginning of my review. I'm going to talk to you about it right now. Everything's going well. We see the cons attacking General Zod's armies, his weaponry and stuff. It's all out war, and they're declaring war on Zod, and Zod is just looking on. Now remember, Zod is a character that has all of Superman's powers, but he doesn't have Superman's morale. He will kill. He is pretty merciless. And over here, he's trying to be the leader. He's trying to be the calculating leader. And at least that's what I got from the writing. And here we have Ursa telling him we shouldn't torture much more than we allowed ourselves. Her sport is for no other reason. And Zod answers, you'll get your chance, for we are now a world at war. So she's talking about, the con that they had there, hung there, in prison, and that she was torturing with her heat vision. And let's continue. Then why not consider our most obvious advantage? Your pet project located in our southern hemisphere must be close to completed. Is this not the perfect time to demonstrate not only its effectiveness, but our unquestionable superiority? Patience, my queen. The weapon we're speaking of is part of a strategy much larger than this particular conflict. Discontent dissidents may know about it, but will be unable to find it. For now, the weapon site is fully cloaked, completely hidden from view, and shall remain so for the foreseeable future. And you see in the background that Ursa is clenching her fist. As for our superiority, that is never in question, is it? This situation we find ourselves mired in is inconvenient, nothing more. There are much greater goals than simply the means to repel desperate pirates. So at present, you must accept my judgment. Ursa? And here is where all falls apart. Let me turn the page. Ursa punches Zod. Are you insane, woman? You would dare to strike me in such a fashion to incur my wrath? Empty threats. Lore was right. Lore is Sod's son that I spoke about earlier, that he rebelled and Sod had to banish him from the planet. What has happened to you? Have you somehow forgotten yourself? You are General Drew Sod. It's time you start behaving like it. And she goes on, questioning and demeaning Sod's decisions. And all the while I'm here wondering why Sod would just fucking lay there on the floor, letting this woman put her foot on top of him like this. Now let's think about this. As URSA is as powerful. She has powers. She has returning powers, so she's basically another Supergirl, so to speak. Still, she's nowhere near the fighter that Zod is. Zod is a general. He's a military mind. And I'm just guessing that Zod here is deciding to play along. He doesn't want to strike back at URSA. Now, URSA is disrespecting him right on his face. Was this throne this symbolic seat of power? You think it means something? Well, let me be the one to tell you. It means nothing. And she goes and proceeds to destroy disrespectfully. Just this fucking bitch just decides to disrespect her husband, who she claims she loves. You need to remember exactly who and what you are. Gibson's great military leader. Your army stamped out. So she starts, it's a tricky thing that writers, and I'm thinking, I mean, Joe Casey is a writer that has, like I mentioned, he's written DC Comics characters before. So he knows who he's writing. He's writing General Zod and URSA. And URSA is disrespecting the main character of this book. And not only that, but she is also praising him. So writers do this a lot. And I'm pretty sure there is a mandate nowadays to have a woman, a female, somehow demean and disrespect the male character, especially if he's the main character of the book. I'm pretty sure this is a fucking mandate, and these writers do not get this gig if they do not agree to do this. And Joe Casey just plays along, and he has URSA here disrespecting the fuck out of Zod, humiliating him. And we even get this, Zod basically kneeling before her. Why? We don't know, because URSA's not more powerful than he is. She is not smarter than he is. She is not the ruler that he is. He is not Superman's, she is not Superman's, one of his main nemesis, as Zod is. And she has never accomplished anything that Zod is, including the list of things that she names here. You single-handedly escape from the Phantom Zone. You rescue your family, which is her, by the way, and you're paying him back this way. From the same soulless void, you ably outmaneuver and outsmarted the cursed House of El and prove your supremacy beyond a shadow of a doubt. What more proof do you need of your own greatness? So if he's so great, why the fuck are you disrespecting him like this? Why is the writer doing this? It's just ridiculous writing, man. It is contradictive. It doesn't make sense. Why hit your husband? Why break his throne? Why step on him like he's trash and lecture him this way? And it's just, why? Because she's a woman and she must be somehow show that she's mightier. And the book just went after this story was going so well. the House of ZOD against an invasion by the Khans. And all of a sudden, we have ZOD acting, and basically, it looks like he's taking orders from URSA. And it doesn't fucking make sense. It doesn't make sense. So what's the cliffhanger? ZOD better act up, better strap his balls in again, according to her. Because if he doesn't do that, if he doesn't get his act together, according to URSA, you will kneel before me. And this is where we're at. This is where this mini-series goes off the rail. Now, there's a chance that in the next issues, ZOD bitch slaps URSA, I doubt it, and says, bitch, you made a mistake, and he kills her or whatever. And maybe that will redeem this book, this story, and redeem ZOD again as the ultimate bad guy. But it's very unlikely that happens. It's very unlikely that happens. Like I said, this is going on with the big companies now. We must have in every fucking issue or every fucking story women humiliating and putting down male characters. No matter who they are, they can be Superman, they can be Batman, they can be ZOD, Luthor. All these characters, all these male characters are being upstaged and undermined by some fucking female character. And that female character could be acting out of character, like URSA is here. She's acting out of character. Like Lois Lane is acting out of character. Like Catwoman's acting out of character. Currently, that's going on. Like Mary Jane is acting out of character in the Spider-Man books. It is going on all over comic book lore nowadays. And this is why, these fucking books are not selling the way they used to sell. I was so excited for this book. This book was doing great. And this is what we get. We don't have, the cons being the bad guys. Now ZOD has to worry about his own wife turning on him and trying to humiliate him and take over. Even though she's somehow praising him for how great he is, she's still kicking him and humiliating him. So it's like the writer wants to have both things happen at the same time, and it doesn't make sense. It's contradictory. It is just very stupid writing. So that's my review. That's my view on Kneel Before ZOD issue number 2. Very pissed off at it, at the developments in it. Again, the book looks great. This cover is great. The interior, the art, no complaints there. I think the art is fucking awesome. But the writing, I'm questioning the writing. Just this woke agenda going on, this feministic things going on with this every fucking story in comic books. It's transparent, it's obvious, it's lazy, it's fucking annoying. Thanks, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me likes, give me dislikes, and let me know what you think of my rant. Peace.